Okay, for you guys today, I'll be combining this property, which is CC Road, right here, and then it'll just continue on to the next property, which will be, I think, what is it, backwoods. But what I want you guys to see is, this is Highway 17, okay? This is a very busy road, and in the future, it will be 4-lane. It is the main road between New Bern and Washington, and it's right on the Craven County line and the Beaufort County line. I don't know if you can see that sign or not. Let's see. Yep, there we go. But and the thing I want to show you is this is the property right here. Actually, 100 foot of this that way belongs to that property, and I don't know how many thousands of feet, is it over 2,000 feet or something down this Highway 17 is that property, which means one day when they go to make this 4-lane, it's possible some of this property can be acquired to make that road. How that happens, or if it will happen, or when it will happen, there's no way to tell, but it's going to happen eventually. I don't know if it'll be in my lifetime or not, but on the plat map, you're going to see that even though this is being mowed, and I don't know by whom, this would go with that property that we're looking at, 100 foot of it. And you can kind of see, I'll show you, I'm just going to walk to where that little property line is so that you get a good idea. And there is, as you see, that's a water, that's county water. So you can get municipal water to these properties, but about right here, going down beside these trees with the tire around it and stuff, is roughly the property line, roughly 100 foot from there. And there's a farmer taking his grain, but that gives you an idea. You'll see it on the plat map, that little 100 foot section right in here, and a house and a couple of pieces of property. Yeah, single wide over here. I don't know if I can continue to talk and keep y'all entertained for everywhere I have to walk. But, you know, I can sing for you if you want me to. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come to Louisiana with my banjo on my knee. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so this is not your property, or would be your property. Just trying to get you an idea where it may start, which is right here by this pole is where the main part will start again. But of course, you know, when you look at the plat, it goes back and then it goes behind these other properties that are over here, you know, and it goes to that main road. So what I'm gonna do is pause it and catch you up on the other side, okay, which is, I don't know if you can see it, it's way down there where my finger's pointing on a little white sign. It's probably way before that, but hold on, I'll be right back. So now I'm walking up about middle way, and you can see back up in there is where we will be going. And of course where I parked my car, but we're gonna go to the other side here, so you get an idea. It kind of does over here just like it did back at the other place. The property goes back and then behind the other properties. So, and you can see they've been keeping it kind of mowed. So you get a basic idea where the property line is. Of course, it's not exact, but there it is. Right there, okay? Or somewhere right in here. Who knows exactly where? You know, you'd have to really get a survey done to really tell exactly, but that gives you a good idea. And this is just pointing back the other way. There's a cell tower over there, but that's on the other side of the road, I believe. Yes, it is. And, or is it? I'm not really sure. When I get back out here, we'll find out. Who knows? Can't tell where it's at. But anyway, so now we're gonna walk inside, and this is just a lot of grass right now. He said I could drive on up in here and I see a little bit of rock, but I'm not going to because I'm doing the video. But I could see when I walked by earlier, they had crops out here. They say the septic survey has been put on hold until the crops are harvested. Well, I see the crops have been harvested, and it looks like it was corn. But so far, you know, over that way, this way, it looks like where the big tall trees are is where the other property is, and this short brush is where this property is. Same thing over here. Looks like they may have come in years ago and logged. Keep my eyes open for snakes too, because I am out here walking in tall grass. I'm glad they harvested, because this grass would be tall and it wouldn't be fun. And I'm not a surveyor. Let's see. Okay. So this is supposedly in an X-flood zone, so minimal flood risk. And I think they said in the MLS that this is approximately 3 acres of open property. Now, can you see the road over there? No, not at all. And even if they come take part of the other property over there, you're still not going to see the road. But can you hear it some? Yes, you can hear it. But it's a nice cleared out, nice flat level. It's already very private, actually. I got the yellow flags. I'm not sure what the mark is for that. Maybe it's where they want them to test for the septic systems. But I'm gonna turn around here and let you get another look of where we came in. See, even the way that driveway comes in kind of makes it a little private, and it would be easy to just plant some more plants and make the road come around and nobody ever see anything back up in here. It'd be very private. But as I said, 3 acres-ish cleared out, and pine trees over here. You know, in time, just taking your time, you could probably easily clear out a spot if you wanted a house inside the pine trees or something. And but I'm just trying to give a better perspective of this property. Looks like they've already come out here and done a soil test, because that's an actual hole. So I think they're marking where they want to put houses or buildings, and I don't know why they're out here. Who knows? Every county can be different, but that was a hole, and that looked like a hole for perk test, for soil, for septic systems. So I will have to ask them about that. But as you see, we're coming on back. Again, nice flat topography. X zone, you don't have to worry about minimal flood risk anyway. You know, of course, if Noah came back or something, you know, we might all need a boat. I see several more yellow flags, so I'm not sure why they've got their yellow flags. There must be a different reason. But it's pretty much the same way all the way back. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and hopefully you get a good idea, you know. And I'm going to spin slowly. I don't know which way. Let's go this way. Okay. And these are medium-sized pine trees. And you know, your property goes back that way. Goes back that way. Let me zoom out. Goes back that way even more. A lot more, because what's it, 40 some acres here, and we're only standing in 3 of it. So there's quite a bit. And there we're looking back up at the front. And as you can see, it's pretty private back up in here. Maybe the other properties, it is a little bit closer to New Bern, but not a whole lot. And I think it's another about 15 minutes that way. You're on the Beaufort County line, literally, and the Craven County line. You just have to decide what you like best. I think the other property is what, 30 acres or 27 or 28 or something. I forget what it is. I look at so many properties, but it's on 2 sides of the road. So I would think privacy would be a different issue there, but we'll find out. This one, you build a house back here, and by golly, you're nobody knows you're here. And nobody will know you're here. You know? Except for the tax man. He'll know you're here. He's gonna get his money. So, all right, well, this is the property on CC Road. And we are going to go on to the, I think it's Backwoods Road, or Backwoods property. And that's where we will start this video up again. Okay, so now we're on the Backwoods property. And this is almost, I would say, almost set up for you guys. I don't know, I really don't know exactly everything you guys are looking for now, but I'm giving you a shot here. This side here is the 16 acres. Okay, it looks like it may have been farmed last year, but not this year. It's all flat. And this property here basically goes from that tree line, roughly, to that tree line in the back. It's all cleared to where this house is over here. That's 16 acres. I mean, if you wanted to, you could easily put 5 acres in here for 3 of the family members and have this over here left over for the grandkids. But anyway, I'm just saying. So, I mean, this is all the video I'm really going to do of this. I mean, this is pretty simple. Just plain flat land. Okay? Alrighty. Dang, I can't remember what flood zone it was in, but I think it's X also, if I remember right. Okay, and here's the one where they say there's 11 acres on this side, but there's a road split in the middle. That's the restrictions that he's talking about. It's deeded access, meaning it cuts the property right in. They always have access to this road. But this is also another road that can be a driveway for you, I'm thinking, because it's going right through your property. I'm not thinking you can. So, and one side's a little bit bigger than the other. Since this is 11 acres, one side is 6 acres maybe, and the other side is 5-ish. Who knows, okay? And you can see here, it's not growed up much. And then you got some growth trees back there. They're still small trees, but you know, it'll cost you a little bit more to clear out an area in there. We'll walk down here just to see. And then here, also, same thing, it's brush. It looks like it's maybe logged out. And you can see the trees down there. I think the property ends a little bit before there. Hard to say exactly where this property is. But I just know that there's probably 6 acres on this side of this road, and probably closer to 5 acres-ish, maybe. Because I know that this side's a little bit bigger than this, but this would and actually this would still be easy to put a house on closer to the front. You still have a huge front yard and just a wooded backyard. And they keep it up. I mean, it's mowed. Whoever lives back there, it looks like there's like 4 or 5 different people. 1, 2, 3, 4, I see 4 addresses. Okay. So this one's pretty simple. It's sort of simple depending on where you want to put your house, you know, or whatever, you know. You can put the donkeys on this side of the road. Put them where you want. But we're going to walk down here, and this is a gravel road, and I will have to ask him who maintains this road, because right now the people living back here are taking care of it. That's obvious. And it's a road I wish our driveway was. We've got about a 400-foot long driveway and this rock in it, but we got some holes, and this is pretty easy here. So I just wanted to follow back a little ways and just see what we run into here. I don't want anybody to shoot me though. But, and here's that. I'll get a look here on this side here, the property. It's just some tall trees up here at the front. It's kind of brushy back behind. Yeah, it's brushy here for sure. Okay. The pine trees beginning to get some size on them. Looks like we've got a ditch right in here going through for help draining. There's a little, on this property over here, there is a building back there. Unsure though, you know, how it's probably in no condition because they've not even taken it in as any kind of value. But I'm just walking on back here to get an idea Looks pretty good and mowed back there a ways. Alrighty, and I believe as we come out here that, yeah, there is some clearing back here. I'm unsure if this is part of the property being offered for sale or not. But this is in the back, at the very close to the border if it is. So I doubt you'd want to build a house right here in the open where everyone could see you, but maybe it's a good area for a nice paddock or something, you know, for horses. But yeah, there is a mobile home back here, and right here I'll be cutting this off and I'll be coming right back to you. Okay, as I see it, here's the property line on this side, and it goes all the way to the road. And yes, about right here at this pole, that's the property, and it goes on back, okay? So this clearing is part of that offered property, and this is pretty much brushy and I'd say a little bit wooded, you know, before. It's not old wooded, but it still would take some development if you want to put a house right in the middle of it. And over here, roughly the same thing, although it looks a little more open in here where that other building was. So maybe it isn't so hard if somebody wants to put one right up in there. You know, that's something you just take on whenever you, you know, buy a piece of property like this. See a lot of wood chips right there, that bare spot. So yeah, this property's probably been logged out, and that's why it's open like it is. And it's just been sitting for a few years. But this is the lane that they're talking about restrictions. This isn't a restriction. This is some kind of deeded access, so that people in the back will always have something. And it looks like they keep it up. They got a small little ditch right there, little culvert, you know, or something for the water to go through. Nothing big, but they just try to keep the water drained out. And looks like maybe a cart path people are using, a four-wheel drive or something. And you know, this road can be used for your own driveways, but I don't know if you can see that building or not. I'm gonna try to get in a little bit more. Yeah, it's really hard to see, but I can just see the roof of it. Yeah, come back out. All right. And like I showed the ditch over there before, there's also a little culvert right here leading the water out. So I'm coming back up to the front, and with that, you know, I just want to say this is, what is it, 301 Backwoods, which 301's address is actually across the street, I would think. I mean, I don't know, but this is it. And let me know what you think. 2 different properties, 2 different things.